Hi everyone, welcome back to Versatile Vaani, and today we're going to discuss about productivity hacks for Indian working women. So I always believe that there is always a shorter way of getting things done. We need not take the longer route every time. So number one is prioritize your personal and professional goals, which are non-negotiable, which means that you need to know top three things you have to do on the professional level and top three things you have to do at a personal level on a daily basis, and have that list very clear in your mind. Second is stick to the same schedule. Schedule as in, I don't feel that hour to hour schedule of the day is actually gonna help us in a longer term. But what we need to be sure about is divide your day into probably 4 quadrants, like 4 quarters, and create a schedule for all 4 quarters, which can be like about 6 to 9 or 6 to 10, then 10 to 3, 3 to 6, and 6 to again 9 when you go back to bed. So 4 different quarters, and know that what you need to do in those 4 quarters and do that on a daily basis, which means have a schedule for yourself. When you have a schedule in place, you can go here and there half an hour, 1 hour, but your mind and you will always know that by the end of this first quarter of my day, all these things needs to be done. Schedule time, or I would say keep some time for your personal odds and ends, which means that you should always keep some part of your day, probably 30 minutes, to do something which is very important to you personally, probably at your home front, family, friends, or anywhere else, which is not work, but it is very important for you. 30 minutes for that thing is very much important. Fourth, I would say that for me, Google Keeps works really well. For you, there could be some other productivity tool that you may use. It could be just a normal planner. I have an amazing planner I'll share that probably in the link. So you can use planners, you can use journaling, just normal diaries, you can use some kind of digital tools, maybe like Google Keep or something other that you prefer, but have a tool which improves your productivity. And why do you need to use this tool is it helps you track your day and monitor it on a daily basis. If you use it efficiently, do not be very much exhaustive with the kind of lists that you prepare there. Probably a 5-pointer, 7-pointer, 10-pointer, small precise statements would work for you. Or you can also, whatever you need to do in your quarters, you can use those productivity tools to manage and track that. Set time to declutter. Now, if someday I show my house to you, you will feel why it is so clean all the time. And what I generally do is that it's always said that if something takes only 5 minutes of yours, make a habit of doing it right away. So what we generally do is when we see that our house is cluttering, or our digital space is cluttering, which can be our laptops, mobile phones, or whatever digital asset that you use. So whenever we see something cluttering, there is a perception of letting it happen and then cleaning it at the end of the day. But what I do personally is that I try to maintain my space is always decluttered. So as in, if I feel that my bedsheet is not in a perfect shape, or my books are lying here and there, my laptop is not formatted, or I may feel there are certain clothes which needs to go into laundry and then to dry them up, I know that switching on a washing machine would not take me more than 1 or 2 minutes. So I prefer to do that. Spreading a sheet properly will not take much time, so I prefer to do that. So take some time out to declutter your spaces every day. I prefer it not to do it at the end of the day, rather keeping it clean throughout the day. It helps me in 2 ways. Firstly, I'm not piling some tasks for me and then at the end of the day. And secondly, when your space is decluttered, your mind is also decluttered. So it's important to declutter your space. This was like my 5, you can say, tips or hacks or whatever, which helps me increase my productivity to a level. And since I'm a working woman, it is for all the working mothers, specifically of working women, I would say, who are either growing up in their career, who are already about 30 years or 30, 35. We are somebody who fight a lot with how to manage it all. People who are already in their 40s or above that, they have kind of clicked it, now know it how it needs to be done. But for all of us who are growing through that journey, these tips and hacks really work. I hope you like this video. For any questions or suggestions or doubts or anything, you can just put it down. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And that's all for now. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye. Take care. Lots of love to all of you from me. If you're new to my channel, I am Vaani and I create videos around productivity, around time management, about personal growth. This channel is all about Indian working women, mothers, non-mothers, but specifically for those who are kind of starting their career or starting their motherhood journey. So it's somebody who lies in the bracket of probably 20 to 35. And what you will find here is how to be probably the master of all, or how to be able to manage your things most efficiently and how to grow quickly up the ladder on a corporate career. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you click the subscribe button, like, share it.